cuties! Happy Monday! I hope you had a great weekend and celebrated your mothers yesterday on Mother's Day. How fun! Are you ready for a joke? Alexa, tell me and my students a joke.
How do boogers get married? They tie the snot.
How do boogers get married? They tie the snot instead of tie the knot. That's so cute. All right, my friends. We are going to be reading 2 chapters of A Long Pitch Home by Natalie Lorenzi. We are on chapter 22. You ready? Chapter 22. The next day at the park, when I tell the guys about Omar Khan, Akash is the only one who understands. What? Akash stops the basketball mid-dribble and lets it bounce off his shoe and bump roll away. That's how surprised he is. Henry chases down the ball. Who's Omar, whatever his name is? Khan, Akash says. Akash and I say together. He is only the very best cricket player in all the world, I say. I don't know about that, Akash says, but he was captain of the Pakistani team that beat India way back in the 90s. And he did it when he was 39, I say. Henry shakes his head. Man, that's old. He must be pretty good. He's good, Akash allows. He's the best, I say, but now he's too old to play cricket, so he wants to be the Prime Minister of Pakistan. Henry takes a shot at the basket and misses. What's that? It's like the president, Akash says, jogging to retrieve the ball. Hey, he waves at a kid, a boy who joined my ESL class right before I left. The boy waves back and jogs over. Hello, Akash. Akash passes him the basketball. This is Ravi. He's from India. Then you know who Omar Khan is, don't you? I ask. Ravi nods like it's common knowledge. I like Ravi already. I tell Ravi how Omar Khan is coming for the exhibition game, but I can tell he isn't following my English. He nods and smiles, but his eyes look a little panicked. I recognize that look. I want to stay and explain so that Ravi understands, but I need to finish my homework. We all leave, except for Ravi, who heads up the hill to join a kid with a kite. As soon as I get home and open the front door, Jalal's voice trails down the stairs. It's not fair! You never let me do anything! That isn't true, Auntie's voice simmers with anger. But she's nice. You'd like her if you'd just give her a chance. It's not a matter of liking her. She seems very nice. Then why can't... Jalal, that's enough. Auntie's voice is like steel. I will not discuss this any further. Furious footsteps pound down the stairs, and I back out the front door, pretending I'm just now coming in so they won't know that I was eavesdropping. Jalal brushes past me and out of the house without a word, leaving the front door wide open in his wake. Auntie nods once to me as she comes down the stairs, her eyes avoiding mine. She rounds the corner and heads down the hall to the kitchen, with her dupatta trailing behind her like an angry serpent. My mother calls my name as she comes around the house from the side yard, clipped daffodils in her hand. I sink into the porch swing as she joins me. Better to give them some privacy, she says. Auntie looked really upset. So did Jalal. My mother sighs. This is a difficult age for him. Next door, Olivia's yellow car pulls into the driveway. The daisy hubcaps slow from a white spinning blur to petals. She steps out and waves, and my mother and I wave back. I give the swing a gentle push with my foot. They were arguing about Olivia, weren't they? My mother studies my face like she's trying to figure out if I'm old enough to hear what she has to say. I decide to show her that I am old enough. Jalal wants to be Olivia's boyfriend, I think. Ami bites her bottom lip, and I think she's trying not to smile. You have always been very observant, Bilal. Am I right? My mother pushes our swing with the toe of her tennis shoe against the floor of the wooden porch. It's really none of our business, Bilal. But if it were our business, Ami raises an eyebrow. Then why would Auntie be so mad at Jalal? Our swing sways back and forth 6 times before she answers. It's complicated, Bilal. Jalal is, we are, Muslim. Olivia is not. I frown. So he has to have a Muslim girlfriend? Auntie prefers that he waits to have any girlfriend until he is older. I think about the Valentine's Day party when someone threw the lovbird's heart at me and Jordan. Yuck. I don't want any girlfriend, Muslim or not. I decide to change the subject. When can we call Baba? My mother glances at her watch. I'll try to phone him tomorrow. When I'm at school, of course. I'm always at school when he calls, and on weekends our calls usually don't go through. My mother seems to guess my thoughts. At least his letters come fairly regularly. Baba wrote his first letter to us one day months ago when the power was out and he couldn't connect to the internet. I told him that I liked holding something that I knew he had touched, so now he sends both old-fashioned letters and emails. Ami stands. We should see if one arrived today. Should we see if one arrived today? I'll check. I race to the mailbox, pull back the little door, and slip my hand into the cold metal box. I pull out a stack of envelopes, my heart full of hope as I flip through each one. When I get to the second to last envelope, I close my eyes, take a breath, then peek. It's not from Baba. My mother watches me from the swing. When I shake my head, her shoulders droop. I climb back up the porch steps, and my mother stands. I think we can go in now. Auntie has had some time to cool down. In case Auntie needs extra cooling down time, I head upstairs. It's nice to have the room to myself. When Jalal comes home, he'll probably need some cooling down time too, and I'll have to go somewhere else. I'm only halfway done with my homework when Jalal slips into our room, eyes on his phone. Hi, Jalal. I didn't even hear him come home. I expect to see storm clouds in his eyes, but he's actually wearing a lopsided grin. Hey, little buddy. I put down my pencil. Is Olivia your girlfriend? Jalal looks up from his phone. He shoots a glance at the door, then strides over to close it. Uh-oh. He wants to tell him something that he doesn't want anyone else to hear. It's complicated. He runs a hand through his hair. I feel like this is news. I feel guilty for overhearing his argument earlier with Auntie. Jalal lowers his voice. Can you keep a secret? Of course. I inch closer to the edge of my chair. I want to ask Olivia to prom. What is prom? It's this big, formal high school dance. That's it? That's the big secret? That doesn't sound so great. But I can tell Jalal thinks it is. Do you think she'll say yes? Jalal shrugs. I think so. At least I hope so. I wonder how he's going to do this if his mother won't let him have a girlfriend. When are you going to have to ask her? When are you going to ask her? Prom is still a few months away, so I've got time. I nod, even though I have no idea how much time he needs before he has to ask her. Jalal looks lost in thought. Finally he blinks. I just need time to convince my parents to let me go, especially my mom. You can do it, Jalal. There's no way he can do it. Auntie sounded mad. He stands. Sometime, little buddy, you have to take matters into your own hands. He pulls notebooks from his backpack, sits at his desk, and clicks on his reading lamp. I glance at his phone sitting next to his books. I wish I had my own phone so I could call Baba at school when he's home and awake. Jalal and I have to take matters into our own hands. What I really have to do is take a phone into my own hands, put it in my backpack, and take it to school. To call Baba. Uh-oh. Chapter 23. Convincing my mother to let me take her phone to school has not been easy, but my opportunity comes sooner than I expected. Today, I have baseball practice after school, but Jalal has a dentist appointment and can't pick me up. Since my mom doesn't have a car here in America, Auntie has to pick me up. She also has a million errands to run. We've been running overtime with the Cardinals getting ready for the exhibition tournament, so I never know what time practice will finish. I told her I could just call her when practice is over, and she said that was a very efficient idea. When I got off the bus at school this morning, I am sure my phone is well hidden in my back pocket. Until a Cash says, "You got a phone?" My hand flies to the phone and I shove it deeper into my pocket. It's my mom's. I glance around to make sure no one heard him before remembering that I haven't done anything wrong. Not yet, anyway. All throughout the class morning meeting, the only thing I can think about is calling Baba. I heard Jalal say that he can never get any reception at school, which means I'll have to call outside at recess. That'll be nighttime in Karachi, but not so late that my phone call will wake anyone up. When recess time finally gets here, I'm the first one to the door. I've already picked out a place I can talk to Baba where no one else will see me, behind Mr. Jacobs' trailer classroom. It's risky because although I'm hidden from the playground, I will still have to keep my voice down in case Mr. Jacobs spots me. I take my time walking there even though I want to sprint. When I finally slip into the shadow of the building, I let out a breath and pull out my mother's phone. Baba's number isn't in her phone's memory because we always call with the house phone, but of course, I know it by heart. It used to be my phone number. I touch the screen to wake it up, tap in the numbers, and wait. At first, I think my call has not gone through. What if the power is out again? But then the familiar ring sounds. It's a Pakistani phone ringing. 3 quick, gurgling rings, different from an American ringtone. Hello? Dado? There is a moment of silence. Then my grandmother asks, Bilal John? Is that you? Her voice sounds happy and suspicious at the same time. I glance around to make sure I'm alone. Yes, Dado, it's me, Bilal. Another beat of silence. What time is it there? I sigh. It's 1 o'clock, Dado. How is your health? I can't just ask to speak to my father right away, or she'll think something is wrong. But my grandmother's curiosity behind my call is so strong that she doesn't even answer my question about her health. No complaints about her knees or a headache or anything like that. I think she knows that until I talk to Baba, she won't find out why I'm calling. I'm putting your father on the phone. Bilal? Baba sounds worried. Aren't you supposed to be at school? Are you sick? I peek around the corner. No, I'm not sick at all. In fact, I have some good news. It's baseball news. I hope he doesn't notice I ignored his first question. Baba lets out a breath that sounds like relief. What is your news, Bilal? A red kickball rolls past and stops at the opening between the trailers. I press myself against the wall as a kid stoops to pick it up. She doesn't even glance my way. Still, I keep my voice low, which is hard when I feel like shouting from the rooftop, as Mr. Jacobs would say. My team is playing an exhibition game at Nationals Park, where the Washington Nationals baseball team plays. And guess who's going to be there? Omar Khan! Not playing, though. He'll be watching. And it's in 6 weeks, and you have to come. You can't miss it, Baba. Baba laughs, and I can imagine him holding up his hands in surrender. That is wonderful news, Bilal. I remember Omar is a good man and an excellent cricketer. So you'll be here by then? Actually, I have some news of my own. My heart sinks to my knees. More delays. I grip the phone, willing my voice to not sound sad when he says he can't come. I'll be there next week, Bilal. In 8 days, actually. I open my mouth, but no words came out. Bilal? I find my voice. Baba, you're coming here next week? 8 more days on Pakistan Day. He laughs, and my heart soars. I want to laugh and cry at the same time, but I am supposed to be hiding Ami's phone, and the fact that I am calling Pakistan all the way from Virginia. I will bring your cricket bat. You must be missing it. I shake my head. Shake it this way. Sorry. I don't need it here, Baba. No one plays. We will play together when I get there. I promise. Talking about my cricket bat makes me think of my old team. What happened to Mudassar's father, Baba? Baba takes a breath before he answers. He is under investigation now. Does that mean he's in trouble? Not yet, but my name has been cleared and I am now free to leave. Praise to Allah. I want to ask Baba if I can finally talk to Mudassar, but I am almost sure the answer is no. I will ask Baba once he is here. I still cannot believe I will see him. 8 more days. Let me speak to your mother, Bilal. You can put me on speakerphone, and we'll tell her together. Uh-oh. Bilal, are you still there? I swallow. Yes, Baba. I am still here, but Ami is not here. Well, when she gets home, tell her we'll Skype this weekend. I wanted to tell you all then so I could see your faces, but when I heard your voice, Bilal, I could not keep it a secret. Another ball rolls by. This time it's a basketball, followed by Mr. Jacobs. Ah! Bilal? Mr. Jacobs scoops up the ball. Who are you talking to back there? I freeze. Bilal? Baba's voice calls in my other ear. Are you still there? Mr. Jacobs tucks the basketball under one arm and waits. He doesn't look mad, just curious. I have to go, Baba. I will tell everyone this is a Skype weekend. And I have a feeling I will also have to tell Mr. Jacobs what I am doing on my mother's cell phone during recess. Even so, I cannot stop grinning. Can you keep our secret, Bilal John? I want them to be surprised. I think of what my mother would do if she knew I was calling Baba from school. Yes, Baba, I will keep our secret. Baba calls us on Skype as promised, and his announcement is met with tears of joy, jumping and hugging. Humza smiles and claps at our happy faces, then goes back to pushing his dump truck and making vroom noises. The rest of us all talk over one another. My mother and Auntie praise Allah. Uncle wipes a tear from his eye with his knuckle, and Jalal fist bumps me. Hira even hugs the computer screen. Oh. Once everyone quiets down again, Baba wipes his eye and sighs. Bilal did an excellent job of keeping our secret. Ami eyebrow lifts. Secret? She turns to me. You knew your father was coming? All I can do is force a laugh. How did you know? I wish I could say Baba wrote it in one of his letters, but I can't say a lie in front of him. Baba chuckles. Bilal surprised me with a phone call the other day. Oh no! Everyone swivels around to look at me. We talked a few days ago when he called to tell me about baseball news. Oh no! Mother narrows her eyes. Which day was that? No. Baba shrugs. What was it? It was what, Bilal? Monday? Around 10 o'clock in the evening? My time? Ah! His dad's letting out his secret. Oh, really? I can see when my mother figures out the math. She doesn't take her eyes off of me. I sigh. When Mr. Jacobs caught me talking on the cell phone at school, he just told me to put it away. I didn't even get in trouble. I know I won't be as lucky with Ami. She might be mad about the phone call, but it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Baba is coming home. Yay! Baba is coming home! 8 days! I am so excited. We will read chapter 24 tomorrow, and we'll see what else happens. I hope you guys have a great Monday, and make sure that you guys are doing 20 minutes of iReady Math and 20 minutes of iReady Reading today, okay? So all you have to do is listen to our read aloud today, do 20 minutes of math on iReady, and 20 minutes of reading on iReady, okay? We'll see you tomorrow.